welcome to It's of Torah. This year's entitled Standing on the Right Side of History, Part 2. We discussed different kinds of arguments over the thousands of years since Ma'amad Har Sinai, since the Torah was given. The early recorded machlokas was Moshe and Aaron, the death of Aaron's sons. What was Aaron's status as an onin? He just lost his relatives. Korbano, where should he bring this machlokas between him and Moshe? We have halachic arguments from day one. Hillel, Shammai. Okay, tragically, we are missing the Sanhedrin because that's the final word, and we'll paskin and everything. But the idea of having a machlokas, an argument itself, it's not tragic. That's part of learning and growing and understanding Dvar Hashem. It's that there's no clear conclusion anymore without a Sanhedrin. That's, of course, sad. But we have arguments, but then the big arguments that rock the cloud, we said in the previous year, historical ones, where there's something new going on. And some say this is the beginning of something great, and others say this is the beginning of a disaster. And that's a whole other skill. It's not just the Arba Amos of Halacha. It's a person and a gadol having an insight into history, to past, present, and future. Not a simple skill at all. And that's going to lead to very large arguments. We've seen a few arguments in the previous year, historical arguments, whether it was Yosef and the brothers, their arguments, whether it's the Meraglim 10 verse 2, whether it's the 40,000 Jews who came back versus the millions that stayed in Bavel. And now, over the last 200 years, how do we view it? Do we say there's something major going on? So it took a few years for the brothers to understand that they were wrong. And there was a major historical change of the Jews ending up in Egypt with Yosef as the head. They realized they made a mistake. And they almost dropped dead when Yosef revealed himself as the king. This is going on for 200 years now, this argument. What's going on in our history? So when it was just a few from Jews, the Baal Shem Tov students, the Gra students, the Chasam Sofer students 200 years ago, Nechman, it was nice. Yeshiva, it's quiet, privately, what's the big deal? Everyone was fine. Once the secular Zionists got involved, and then we established the military and the Irgun, and then we succeeded with the state, and then the conquest is getting bigger and becoming a world power in so many areas. We're ranked number 8 in the world in terms of objective power. That was Yom Ha'atzmaut from this previous year. I'm not sure, maybe we moved up in the ranking now. So now, what is going on? So those of us who are positive on this historical development are just getting goosebumps more by the day as we are growing spiritually, physically, economically. Those on the other side are saying, nope, it was wrong from day one. Yes, few yeshuvim here and there, private little settlements, fine. Those were gedolim. Who's going to challenge the Gra Baal Shem Tov Chasam Sofer? But political sovereignty, not where we're at in history right now. That's going to have to wait till Mashiach, and it's going to be from people running it, and nothing short of that, and nothing before Mashiach. Once again, a huge historical development with incredible ramifications. Of course, personally, I think this historical development is an incredibly positive one, the greatest historical change we've had in 2,000 years since the Chorban. And to me, the history is getting sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. And in my opinion, that is the right side of history. I respect and love all my holy brothers and those who disagree and maintain this is not the right side of history to be on. But I strongly and firmly believe that the prophets who spoke about the ingathering of the exiles and about the land being so fertile, and kimma, little by little, the Gula is going to develop. So I'm not sure when it will be so clear to all of Klal Yisrael that this is the right approach. It took some time for the brothers of Yosef to see it. It took some time for the Meraglim to see it. Actually, not so much time. They saw it quite quickly. Moshe and Hashem made it very clear. They were dead wrong. 42,000 came back. It took some time for the millions in exile to realize that, hey, we should have left Bavel, but maybe it was too late already. Who knows? I hope and pray that there will be clarity for all of Klal Yisrael, b'mehera v'yameinu, speedily in our days, so that everyone, Yitz Hashem, all of the holy Jews, all of our holy brethren, can be standing on the right side of history and see that the Gula Shlema, that's the direction we're heading on, and Yitz Hashem, it should come speedily in our days. Shalom.